Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Top 10 Designs. So today we're doing bedrooms, obviously. I've come up with another 10 designs. Bedrooms are very hard to do. Actually had a couple of requests to do bedrooms in this series, so here we are. So I quite like the designs, how they came out and stuff, but you are going to be seeing a couple of repetitive sort of things throughout the rooms, so be aware of that. But I'm going to be trying to explain as much as I can, but we're going to try and get through this video a bit quicker, because the kitchen one actually went for a bit longer than what I expected, so let's jump right into this, shall we? So the first bedroom we got is a nice sort of steady design. I try to keep it nice and open and bright. As you can see, we've got a nice big window over here with a nice little desk. So for desk, I just laid some string underneath in there with two bookshelves on the sides and just laid wool across the top. We have got a little bookshelf off to the side here also to put all your stuff in. Bedside tables. I try to make it look like it's a drawer that you pull out using an item frame and a piece of wool. You can kind of just pull that out. And for the bed, I just laid down some wool and I laid down some snow on the end to make it look like a pillow. And on this side, we got some wardrobe space, so you can. I decided to put some bookshelves and stuff in here, but if you're in survival, you can put some chests in the back there, and you just open up a door, access your chests, whatever you need, and close it. For this, I try to make it look like a mirror, so I just put ice in the back there and put a little table with some drawers on the front with just an upside down stair in the middle to look like you're just able to stand there. And that's pretty much it for this one. We have got a little thing going across there, so you can put some plants up along here if you wanted to. For lighting, I just decided to put some glowstone going across the top with some slabs going in for a little bit more added effect, because the roof looks a little bit bare otherwise. Alright, the next room we got is a nice sort of steady design. I tried to go for the kind of like an attic roof in a way. I wanted to arch down my roof a bit because it adds a bit more detail, as you can see there. It looks nice with the long windows going up, so one's a bit shorter than the other. It just adds a bit of an effect to it. Same idea for the bed. We got some wool, and then I decided to just use wool for the head because it's got a bit of a gap in between there. It kind of looks like two separate pillows. And I decided to put a bed head on this one too, so I just used wool and some slabs to go across that. I can't jump because of the light there. And put some pictures above that to try and frame it in a bit better. And through here, I decided to put in a walk-in wardrobe. I didn't decide to furnish this, but if I would just probably put some shelves going across, maybe some chests, that sort of basic sort of thing. And for the TV, I just decided to put some snow going across the bottom there to make it look like a little place where you can put your things in, like your consoles and all that, even though you can't get it in Minecraft. And these are supposed to be speakers, which is just an iron bar and a black stained glass to make it look like the tall modern speakers that you see. And I decided to put a little planter box in here as well, using two of the tall flowers. And for this, I decided to put a little cabinet space in. I didn't decide to put a mirror on the back of this one because I thought it might be a bit too much. So I just decided to put a nice, relaxed sort of cabinetry there. And for lights, that's just an end rod and a quartz slab pointing down. And I decided to put a little mat on the end of the bed as well to add a bit of detail. The next room we've got is more of a kid's sort of room. It's got a bunk bed and all that kind of stuff. So it's a very small room. I decided to try and put in some small designs as well as larger ones further on. So as you can see with the bunk bed, we just got a bed there and a bed there. If you want to get the bed hovering like that, just place a block underneath it, then place the bed on top of it, and then destroy that block, and it will just hover there like that. And I decided to put some ladders going up the side. For this, I tried to make it look like a sliding door, so I left one out, but if you want to kind of close it up, you can put that last door just in here to close it up like that. But as I said, I try to make it look like a sliding wardrobe, and we have got our armor stands in there to make it look like clothes. And for this, it's just like a little computer screen, so just a backward stair with a picture frame on it with a chair in front of it. It kind of makes it look like a computer for studying or, well, gaming. That kind of looks like Flappy Bird in the way. So we have got some pictures along the wall as well, just to add a bit of decoration. And we have got a little shelf going across the back here for a couple of flowers to add a bit more into it also. And for two of the walls, I decided to change the color to kind of make it look like a feature wall. It kind of makes it pop out a little bit and makes it look quite grand. For the next one, it's more of a kind of, well, a posh sort of room. It's very fancy. So we have got this giant bed and giant bed frame. For the bed, you might notice it's kind of got a little wool sticking up on the sides there. So for this, I decided to use concrete. I know, not very comfy to sleep on, but it does look like wool. So red stained concrete with kind carpet along the top to make it look like a bed cover. And again, snow across there to make it look like pillows. So it kind of makes it look like everything's sort of popping out. Make it look like a nice, comfy bed, even though it's concrete. And for the outside, I decided to go with some dark oak wood. And just kind of laid it around to frame the bed to make it look quite grand. And I decided to put red up the top here. As you can see, I have got string line across the bottom here. That's because these are carpets on top, because I didn't want to have the wool going all the way up into the roof, because it would look kind of weird. But just like that, just adding string across the bottom and putting wool on top, it makes it look quite nice. And again, same idea for the cabinetry. This time I decided to use a torch to make it look like handles that you can pull down and open. And that one's just another sliding drawer. Giant window on the back here, because obviously it's grand. And I decided to lay some, what are these called again? Banners down the side. And we have got a large full wall here of storage. So that looks quite nice. And I decided to frame around the bed with some red wool also, and brown concrete on the bottom. Alright, the next one's a bit more of a modern sort of design. I decided to put an ensuite on it. You can add an ensuite to any of these designs, but this one I decided to put into, because it's kind of open. It kind of makes it look like they're attached together. Like, obviously you can't see through, but that's the whole point of it. We have got a very, very big TV on the back here, with just a button on the side to make it look like it's proper TV. Or you can put a picture across the front of it if you want more of a picture on your TVs. This is obviously snow going along the outside of the bed, with just a regular blue bed on it. I decided to put glowstone just in the back there, as you can just see the white. And I decided to put stone slabs across the top of it with signs on the front, just to make that look like it's framed a bit more, and put some picture frames on the back, as well as a nice pot plant, as well as pot plants on both sides of the TV. And for the bathroom, it's just a normal ensuite with just a window on the back, but we don't need to go too far into that. And for the roof, I decided to lay slabs with glowstone running across. It kind of adds like a modern sort of feel to it. Okay, next one is another modern design. This time I tried to focus more on the bed head for this one. So same sort of design for the TV as you guys have all seen before. But for the bed, I decided to change up the colors a little bit to make it look like it's a different colored sort of bed sheet. So we have what's that? Grey and light grey going across there, as well as grey on the front. And then two separate pillows using snow. And I did frame it, as I said, along the outside there. And I've decided to put a little indent in the wall, just to frame some things that makes the wall pop out a bit more above the bed, as you guys can see, as well as glowstone across the front. A couple of pot plants there and a picture. And for the roof, I decided to just take out a big chunk of it and just lay in some slabs of wood, and as well as some glowstone across the front, just to make sort of it pop out above the bed also. So when you add all these little designs into it, it does make your room look quite more finished, even though there's not much in it. Because I like to keep the rooms open and not too cluttered. This one's a bit more cluttered though. So this one, I decided to do a very small room, because I know you guys won't have a lot of space. So I decided to lay down your regular red bed with wool on the front. And I tried to make as much use of the space as I could by putting a chest there and some little sort of bookshelf there with a modern sort of design on it. Another computer with a chair on the front and some more storage along the back there. And I tried to frame it all up by putting a picture on the wall just above the bed to make it look quite nice. You could also change the color of that wall to make it look like a feature wall. That would actually look quite nice, but I didn't think of it at the time. So this one is up on slabs, so if you want a lower bed like this, then you can just raise it up on slabs. And for the bed, I decided to use mushroom, just to kind of put like a different sort of pop-out design for the bed covers along the outside of it, and lay wool across the front for a bit more detail. For the table, I decided to put some stairs laying across the bottom there, and slabs across the top, with some windows just over here with some pictures, and another bookshelf going across here with this to cover up the side of it to make it look like you're hanging something off it. For the bed head, I decided some regular wood across the front with glowstone on the back, and you could put some pot plants there also. And as you may notice, the wall is a different color on the back. I decided to go for a light blue sort of wall on the back there. And for this is all just storage. I try to put a bit of detail into it to make it all pop out a little bit better. And I put some pot plants in there also to bring some greenery into it. And we have got a hanging TV off the roof here. just to kind of free up some space along the ground, so you can hang them off the roof if you really wanted to. Next one we got is kind of like a baby's room. It was very hard to kind of come up with a cot design. If you have World Edit, it's a lot easier to kind of create, but in survival, this is the kind of thing that I would probably go for. So on the inside, we have got some string there. That was me messing around with some designs before. Sorry, I have to keep clearing my throat. I'm kind of sick at the moment. You may be able to hear it in my voice. And I decided to lay some pink banners across the top there to make it look like that's hanging down over it, to try and kind of cover it up a little bit. You don't want to see it, you know, don't want to see it. We have got a little chair in here for the parents to kind of sit on, as well as a nice little chair and table here. You can also use these as blocks, for like building blocks that you put around the room to make it look like they've made a mess. We have got a giant window on the back there. And I decided to split up the wall a little bit by putting grey on the bottom and top and white across the middle. It just kind of frames it a little bit better and makes it look quite bright and nice. Okay, last design that we got is another sort of modern design. The thing that I really like about this is the carpets. It kind of adds a nice sort of effect to it, how it goes around. It continuously goes in corners like that. And we have got a nice open gas fire in the back there, as well as some more storage there. And for the bed, I decided to put some wood underneath with some sheets across the top, try and make it look like it's a wooden sort of design. And for the TV cabinet, I just laid some fences across the sides and across the top to try and frame it a little bit better. And that is pretty much that design, guys. And I also laid that across the front, and same with the indents in the roof to add a bit more effect. So that is my 10 design, guys. So hopefully these designs helped you. I know it's kind of hard to create bedroom designs. I did struggle with this a little bit, but I am happy with how it came out, and hopefully these designs will help you guys to get some ideas and help you to furnish your houses, because that is the overall goal of this series. So if you want to go check out the other one, I also have done a kitchen design, and I'm planning on doing more, like laundry designs, bathroom designs, that sort of stuff in the coming videos. So if you want to check those out, don't forget to subscribe and look out for those videos. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys could drop a like, it'd be very, very much appreciated. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.